In this video lesson, we're going to talk about data and probability. More specifically, the concept of measures of variability. This is the fourth quarter Math 8 lesson, and it will be focusing in the concept of variability. It is also known as the measures of dispersion. Measures of dispersion evaluate how spread out the set of data is. So, for example, there are two groups with the same average. So for us to know if which group perform better, we can use the measures of variability, or also known as measures of dispersion. Furthermore, there are three basic measures of dispersion: the range, the variance, and the standard deviation. Again, there are three kinds: range, variance, and standard deviation. Okay, let's continue with the so this is how we think about this. I have here one bell curve, a three bell curve to show to you. This is the first one. This is a bell curve that illustrates that most of the scores are in the hardest score. So basically, they have this extreme score. It means that from left to right, the scores are in the highest score. Therefore, the exam could be easy. The median and the mode, the median, the average, and the mode are in arrangement. From left to right, the median first, second the average, and the highest is the mode. In the second figure, we can see here that the lowest score has a lot of numbers. The graph from the mode is higher in the left side. Second to it is the average, and next to it is the median. In the third figure, we can see here that it is balanced. They are really in the middle. Both among them, the mode, the median, and the average is in the middle. So what it does tell us? It tells us that it has a bell curve. The color red here is the bell curve. And it could be spreading in big disperse or less disperse, or the more disperse. So to take it very closer, disperse is the color red there, and the more dispersed is the green, and the less dispersed is the purple. It tells something about our scores, and it can be interpreted that this course has some interpretation as well, that the score could be easy or the test could be easy or hard. Again, the first part is the lowest score, and the second part is the highest score. It means also that if the scores are leaning toward the left side, it has a lowest score, and it could be also said that the exam is a little bit difficult. And if it has very big bump or higher in the high score, the exam could be easy. And our task is make it in a balance, in the middle. If we have to write an exam and what we should expect, it should be in the average in terms about the bell curve and also the scores. The mean, the median, and the mode should be in the middle. So the first measures of variability is what we call the range. The range typically is the most basic among the measures of dispersion. It is the difference between the highest and the lowest score. And it has the formula like this. The formula is R equals HS minus LS. And the second one is the variance, the average square distance of each scores to the mean. Again, to the mean, we should know that the concept of variance measures the distance of each score from the mean, the average square distance. And the average distance is the standard deviation. And it has a formula in the side of your screen which states that the summation, this is the summation, the sigma here, symbol sigma here is the summation. So this is the summation. It means that all the numbers between the individual number minus the mean squared, we have to add it up all over. N minus 1, the n here is the total number of scores. Okay, and then to continue, let's have an example. Again, the lowest score is in the left side, and the highest score is in the right side of the bell curve. And the distance between these scores is what the variance and the standard deviation all about, and also the range. Again, the variance had its formula. The only difference between variance and the standard deviation is the square type. So the variance is the squared, and the standard deviation is the average after the squaring. Again, the distance of each score to the mean or to the average is what we call variance. It could be called as well as standard deviation. So an example. These are the numbers 20, 21, 21, 21, 22, 24, and 25. If you look for the range, as you can see, this is already in ascending order, meaning it's increasing numbers. The highest here is obviously 25, and the lowest score is 20. With that, with the formula R equals HS minus L7, LS, we have R equals 25 minus 20, and we got 5 as our score. Notice we have three steps here. Step 1, make sure that we are really, again, step 1, we are writing the formula. That's step number 1. Step 2, we are substituting the highest score here, 25. We change the HS to 25. LS as well, we change it to 20. That's substitution. And the last step is we have to subtract it. 25 minus 20 is 5. There are 3 steps in getting the range. Okay? And then, so one example for the variance. Again, notice that we have the average as 22 here for average. And the formula is step number 1 is all about the formula. And step number 2 is we will less down all the given and also the average with the idea of squaring it and to add it all. And again, the substitution is already crucial here because of the formula, and there you have 7 numbers. That's why in the denominator we have 7 minus 1. And after subtracting, we got this second step. And if we square everything there in the numerator, we got 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 0 plus 4 plus 9. And also, 7 minus 1 is 6. And we've got 20 over 6. And if we divide that, we got our variance. So notice that we have, again, step 1, writing the formula. Step 2 is listing all, substituting everything based on the formula. After that, subtracting the numerator and also subtracting as well the denominator. Step 4 is we have to add everything or to list down the numbers that we're going to add. And in the fifth step is we have to divide the 20 by 6. That's why we've got our variance, our final answer, which is 3.33. And this is a squared. A squared is a symbol for variance. Okay. Now we will proceed to the standard deviation. Standard deviation is only the square of the variance. That's why square root of s squared equals square root of 3.33. We've got s equals 1.82. That's our standard deviation. And here we have it. R is 5, s squared is 3.33, and s, the standard deviation, is 1.82. Okay, let's do this. Try to think about this data set. Okay, and comparing the two data set, if you can see, as you can see here, we have step 1 and step 2. So notice that if we have the variance, we can get already this one. The range is the average. The first one we've answered here is the average, the mean. So they have the same mean. As you can see, they have the same average. And getting the average and also the lowest score is important as well. The highest score is 30, subtracted with -10. That's the first one. And we have 40 here. And also 4 here, the range. So they are really different in terms of the measures of variability because of the score. As you can see, they are not really near to each other. The first one, the data set A. And for the variance is somehow very technical. Step 1, as you notice, we list down all the given. Step 2, we've added it all, and we've got that number, 250. And the second data set, we have 2.5. And if we squared this all, we've got 15.81 and 1.54 in the second set. So for your activity, try to answer this one and just comment down your answer down below. Okay? Thank you for watching.